All right, so good night. This is gonna be a quick video. I'm changing the oil on Jackal, okay? It's long overdue. I did it purposely because I really want to see what this bike is capable of. Honda recommends 4,000 miles for the first oil change. I'm almost at 10,000. I'm like about 100 miles away from 10,000. I'm using a 10W30 HP45. It's full synthetic. It is the Honda brand. And I did find out that Honda actually makes oil. I never even knew that. Anyway, so we're gonna get this done. I have to take off this darn belly pan. That's the big headache of having a belly pan under here, is you gotta take it off. So I'm gonna do that. It's late night. I got the bike already warmed up. I have it on a jiffy stand. I'm gonna get on the bike, take those screws off, remove the belly pan, and then get to where the oil pump, the oil filter, and the oil plug is at. And that drain plug is, I believe, is a 13 mil socket. All right. All right. So while I'm on the floor here talking to you guys, I'm taking off the 6 bolts that hold this belly pan together. Okay. And I'm trying not to strip this damn thing. And I think I just stripped one. Hope not. There we go. Not stripped. Thank God. Once we get the belly pan off, I have a 6-speed, not a DCT. I see there's a whole lot of videos on YouTube about the DCT because a lot of people just been buying the DCTs. Not enough on the 6 speeds. Now, from what I'm seeing with the DCT, it's about 3 screws you're gonna have to remove to get the oil change done, where this is just one plug, one drain plug, like a regular car. That's another plus for me with the 6 speed. And yeah, getting this thing done, it's not really crazy, ridiculously difficult. I find it easy to take the belly pan off also with the on the jiffy stand. All right, belly pan is off. Let's see how it looks. We got some scuffs. Now that's from when the bike fell and we had to pull it up that little ditch. But other than that, the belly pan looks normal. It looks pretty good. Okay, let's keep it moving. So the oil pan that I'm using is right here. It's a little flat one. I'll take that little screw off, okay? And I'm gonna also loosen this up to get that air bubble out. I'll put that over to the side. And I'm gonna slide that underneath the bike. There we go. So now we have the bike in a center stand. I'm looking for that bolt. Like I said, it's a 13 mil bolt and it's on the left side. Let's find it together. All right, let me show you guys where the drain plug is. The drain plug is right here, okay? It's simple, but what's not simple is this damn thing right here. This filter, none of the stuff that I have is gonna work. They're too big. This filter is really small, so you gotta get a smaller thing. I'm gonna take the chance. I'm gonna try to use my screwdriver to unloosen it, bust a hole in there. If it doesn't work, then I'll just ride my bike tomorrow, my other bike. I'll ride the adventure bike. But I really wanna get my oil changed now, get that out the way. But let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna unloosen this, and let me confirm the size to make sure we have the proper size. If in fact it is a 13 mil. All right, so I can't do it with one hand, so bear with me. All right, now let's see what both hands are saying. I think I'll be better off with an extension. Get an extension arm. Much better. I should have went even longer. Nope, it's not 13. It's gonna be 12. All right, so I have the oil pan under here, but of course I moved it out the way for now, so it can give me enough room to just break this open. So it's a 12 mil socket. There we go. I'm gonna get this drain pan, put it under here so it can catch the oil as I loosen it up. And you know you're gonna get a little messy, but with the extension, might not get as messy, all right? All right, I'm gonna let the oil drain out. Got oil over a bit. So I'm gonna let the oil drain out. You can see the mess right there already. The oil is coming out pretty nice and smooth. It's not as thick because I let the bike warm up. Now, as it's doing that, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna actually push the bike forward and get it on the Jiffy stand. So that way, I know that whatever oil is in here, that thing is gonna drain the heck out of here. And that's what it's doing right now. All right, so as that oil is draining, by the way, this is a whole kit that you can get from the Honda dealership, okay? It's the entire kit. You just buy the whole kit. There's a crush washer here. Some people say to change out the actual plug bolt. I ain't changing that. Get the heck out of here. But I am gonna change the crush washer, put a new one on. It comes in the kit, all right? Simple. I ain't gonna take the chance and just not put it. All right? All right, so we got it on the Jiffy stand. We got that out. Now the hard part, like I said, is getting that darn freaking filter off. Let's see if I can break this thing open and just get that done. All right, so I finally got this part for this oil filter. I tried everything. It did not work. This is a couple of days. This is a couple of days later. I had to order it. It's 07AMA, like AMA, MFJA100. Let's do it again. 07 Apple Man Frank Jack Apple 100. This is how it looks right here. Let's see if this works. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Let me turn this camera over here. I literally have to turn this bike to the side and so I can get underneath here, guys, because when I tell you that this oil filter is no good with that wrench, it's no good with the wrench. So I'm aiming to get everything to work. So far, I got it to move. Wow, I got it to turn. I got it to spin a little bit. So there we go. I'm getting it to spin more now. I'm gonna have to keep on punching this hole in here until I get this damn thing off. This is a fuel filter, an oil filter from hell. Okay? Hell, I tell ya. But I'm gonna get this bad boy off. There we go. Whew. Now we're talking. Oh my God. The bike is on the side right now. The wrench did not work. Finally got this thing off. I didn't damage anything back here. Got it off. Let's get the new one put on. All right, man. I had to take this thing, like I told y'all, and literally lower the bike onto the side. And the reason why I did that is a tight spot. I have it on my some mats, some blankets, and nothing over here is getting damaged. Everything is protected. The bike actually sits up pretty high. If you guys don't know, the Goldwing actually has a crash guard in here, and that crash guard is right down here. I'll show it to you just so you know. The engine guard is right here, and it's a full piece of metal. And also, this is also an engine guard. Okay, so check it out. So now, this is how tight this thing is under here. When I tell you it's super tight, I mean it's a tight space. And that spacing, I would not have been able to do what I was doing because everything here is just tight. You don't have any room to do much of anything. So now that we got that oil filter from hell off, we're gonna put on the new one. And on the new one, like I do with my cars, I take a little new oil, fresh oil, and I rub here, okay? Rub it on the tip. And I personally like to throw a little bit of oil in here. Not a lot. I don't need to throw a whole lot. And I'm gonna get this thing screwed on. Now look at the tightness. I mean, this thing is super, super tight. But I am so happy I got this darn thing off. Now, when you tighten these up, they don't need to be so tight, guys. I'm just gonna hand tighten this until I can't hand tighten anymore. And that's it for me. I'm not gonna do anything crazy, man. If you wanna take the wrench and tighten it again, that way you feel free, but there's gonna be a suction that's gonna suck that thing up. So it doesn't have to be really tight. Now that's good enough for me. Am I satisfied? Yes, I'm satisfied. That's it for me. I never had a problem with that. Now let's get this bad boy back up. All right, so I got my kickstand up and I'm gonna stand this bad boy up. Me personally, I like to just grab my bike, lean against the bike, turn the handlebar like towards me, which gives me a little bit more pull. Get my legs in it. Tighten, move, don't get crushed, buddy. Move, tighten, and then lift. That's it. Doesn't take a lot, you know what I'm saying? And these bars that I have from Traction Dynamics is amazing. This extended grip, absolutely amazing. All right, now let's add some oil. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna put my bike on the center stand. I want this bike to be as leveled as possible, so when I'm on it and I'm putting that oil in, I know it's gonna be set the way it needs to go. Now, they say, some people say 3.9, I think the manual says 3.9 quarts, which is only a little bit over or under 4 quarts. I'm just gonna put 4 quarts. I've read other people saying they do 3.8. Your oil filler is right here. Make sure you don't have any contaminant going inside of this. Wipe it off with a little rag. Just, you know, wipe the area as much as you can, and then take that cap off, all right? I also like to go here just a little bit, wipe that tip off, and now we're gonna fill this bad boy up with the oil. I'm using 10W30, okay? This is HP45, it's synthetic. About 100 miles to go, and I'm at 10,000 miles. A lot of people say to go is synthetic. If you wanna do synthetic, once you hit the 10,000 mile mark, and I'm just gonna go full synthetic. So there it is. Now keep in mind, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You don't have to follow what I'm doing. Remember that. Everything that you see on YouTube, we are not certified techs. You would never hear me acting like a certified tech. Nothing. I just know how to do things, and I don't see how, personally, I know what Honda recommends the 3.9 quarts. I personally don't see how that's gonna hurt the motor, and I'm not questioning them, but I'm just saying, I'm just gonna put the 4. Got a little overspill right there. All right, that's 2 quarts. And then sometimes these oil bottles might not have the exact amount. It might not be a full 32 fluid ounces. Might not be. Now, once I get this thing done, I'm gonna let the bike run for like 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna let it heat up, and then I'm gonna check the oil level. See, a lot of people think that the oil level needs to read really high above the line, but once it goes a little above the line, you have good oil. You don't want to overfill it, of course not, but I've seen people saying they put close to 5 quarts because they're trying to get it to match the level in the dipstick. No, that's a little bit too much. Now you're going too far. I'm only talking about a difference. I'm talking about a small amount extra, but I'm not talking about an entire. Damn, 5 quarts? That's a lot. All right, so I let it run for like about a good 3 minutes. I let it get hot to the 3rd bar. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna check well, first we're gonna check a couple of things. We're gonna check to make sure I don't have any leaks under here by the plug, right? So I just get down to the ground, and I literally look underneath, and I see no leaks. The drain plug looks good. I know it's hard for you guys to see. The drain plug is right there. And the oil filter, I see no leakage either. So I just check that stuff, and I have to put the belly pan back underneath there when I'm done. I have it on the center stand. I have this extension cap. This is also from Traction Dynamics. You can check them out. Let me put this camera on a stand on the tripod so it can be hands-free, so I can show y'all as I'm doing this. Remember, everybody do it their different ways, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't knock anybody for what they do, how they do it, because it's what we do. So I'm gonna check this. Let me get my rag to wipe off that oil. Oh yeah, man, I'm sweating like crazy and it feels good. Now you gotta be careful when you warm your bike up, because it is hot, okay? It is hot. All right, I'm wiping this off. So now look, what I'm telling you, this is the oil line right here. A lot of people think they have to bring the oil up all the way up here. Once it goes to this, above this first line, you're good. This is what I was told by the techs at the Honda dealership, okay? And when you put this in to check it, don't thread it in. Just check it just like that. And my oil is excellent. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm satisfied. No complaints. I'm gonna lock that bad boy back in, and that oil change is done. Now keep in mind, this is a 6-speed. The DCT requires a completely different framework. Let's see what the miles, what miles do I have on this bike? I'm almost at 10,000 like I told you guys. I'm at 9,000 something. Hold on. All right, here we go. I'm at 9,732.9 miles. So I have, what's that, 268 miles, something like that, left. I might just take a spin around the block and get those miles to get it up to the 10,000. But that's it, guys. I finally got the oil change done. I'm so happy I got it done. This is Jackal's first oil change. Easy process. If you guys are thinking you have to do a whole lot of work like you have to do in a Harley for the oil change, you do not. It's just one plug like a regular car. The Harley, you have to do a 3-hole oil change. On the manual Goldwing, it's just one hole. That's it. And then, of course, you remove the filter. The same way you're doing a regular car. All right? So Jackal's now back and ready to go. Brand new oil. I have this video as my record as to when to change the oil. And then I'm going to do another oil change probably at the 20,000 mile mark. Let's see. I know some of y'all are going to disagree with that, but everybody can't agree on everything, all right? So that's how I'm doing it, guys. I'm taking my time, and I'm pushing this bike to its limit. I want to see what this bike does. How capable is it? Because this bike is the test dummy bike. It's a test dummy bike. So when I break it, some people be like, yo, you see? We told him not to do it. He broke it. No, he's an idiot. It's hard to break a Goldwing, baby. All right, so if you guys are thinking about getting that Goldwing, man, go and get the Goldwing. Get yourself the Goldwing. I'm loving this Goldwing. I'm loving it. All right, guys, don't forget, let's get these miles. Let's get that money. Let's get the muscle. And, yeah, get the Goldwing. Peace.